Hi everyone, welcome to the program. My name's Johnny and I'm going to be your home-based trainer. So thanks for taking the initiative to enrol in the program. I think while we're all sitting at home, this is a great way to get some of your hours done as well as learn new skills. And I think some of the skills that you'll learn are things that you could use to even make little home businesses. So if there's any inquiries, you've got all my contact details on your information sheet in your kit. I will be contactable between 10 and 4, Tuesday, Wednesdays and Thursdays. So anything that you need or any inquiries, please don't hesitate to contact me. I hope you enjoy the program and I'll be seeing you soon. Thank you. Build a box. For this you'll need a ruler, a pair of scissors, a pencil or a pencil, some glue and your icy pole sticks. Now we're going to take 9 icy pole sticks and we're going to lay them all out . We are going to glue this icy pole stick the opposite way. We're going to do one at the top and one at the bottom. So go ahead and put some glue on right along. Now this glue does need to set overnight, but it will give you it holds enough for you to be able to work with it. So if you can make sure these are all straight, then leave about that much distance, about what's that, 15, about 20 mil or 2 centimeters at the end and just press that down. Do the same at the other end. Leave the same distance. If you've got a hot glue gun, you can use a hot glue gun to do this. Obviously it's a lot faster and it does set straight away, which makes it easier, but for this exercise we're just using the PVA glue. Now leave the same distance from this side and do the same at this end. So as you can see, now we're going to put 2 icy pole sticks running the opposite way. These are a bit long, so what I'm going to do is chop off approximately 2 centimeters off each end. You can cut these with scissors. Doesn't matter if the wood splits a little bit, you're not going to notice it. And these will just get put across there. So go ahead and glue those on. You only obviously need to glue the ends because that's the only point that is touching. Now when you glue these on, make sure they're level and the side bits here are the same as the tops of the other icy pole sticks. So I'll do the other one. 2 centimeters or 20 mil, whichever way you'd like to say it. Cut it across. And glue it on. Same thing again, just make sure, and use an icy pole stick to do it if you like, or your ruler, Just make sure those ends are level, and then give them a quick firm press down. Now we're going to repeat this process one more time. That's all completed. That's going to be our base. Now we just need to leave this set overnight. So just put some sort of weight on it, not too heavy because it will make the glue move around a bit. Even a weight simple as that is enough. Just even a magazine, a book, a small book, and it will just hold it into place overnight. Now we'll begin our walls. So take 9 icy pole sticks, lay them flat, and get them straight. Sometimes you get a bowed one like that. I like to change them, but I don't think it really makes much difference. So just replace it. Get them straight. Now we're going to lay 2 icy pole sticks down in the opposite direction. I like to lay these down so they're you've got about 2.5 centimetres from the bottom. So if you wanted to measure the end one, so you have a line of sight, this gives you something to measure off. Now glue these on. Lay it down, have the same distance from edge to edge. And just press it on. And do the same at the other end. Now you want to do another one of these as well. So 2 walls are the same size, this size, and 2 walls are slightly smaller. Just like that. Now set that aside to dry and repeat one more wall the same size. with our next wall, we need 6 icy pole sticks. Straighten them up. Now this icy pole stick is too long, so what I would like to do is cut both ends off the same width as the 6 icy pole sticks. It measures 11 centimetres, but as you can see, I just put mine up against on top of the other icy pole sticks and measured it. So go ahead and chop the ends off that. And do the same again. And glue them so they're the same height. I'll just move these out of the way. Just glue them so they're the same height as your other walls. And glue them edge to edge. Press them down and repeat on the other end. And then repeat on the other wall. I'm now going to take all the walls and add a little ledge to make a rim of the box. So all you need to do is grab another icy pole stick, glue it along the top. This needs to be the same height in measurement, and needs to be the same height down all the way around. And just repeat this. With all of the sides of the box. So you'll have to cut the shorter one. This one I've already pre-done. That's the 4 walls, all with their hinges on. So now what I'm going to do, set them aside. They will have to dry overnight also. I'm now going to make a little ledge that sits around the top of the box. You just need to take 4 icy pole sticks. 2 need to be cut the same width as the shorter walls. Doesn't matter if these are a little bit shorter, they're probably better a little bit shorter than a little bit longer. It's just so the ledge at the top will hold the box together. So cut 2 shorter ones. And leave the other 2 the same length. All we then need to do is assemble the ledge. So that's going to sit on one end and this one's going to sit on the other end, just making sure your edges are all even. So just go ahead and glue that on. Only need to do the ends again. And that's it. Just let that dry overnight. And tomorrow I'll show you how to assemble your box. So let's begin to assemble our box. So you should have 2 shorter sides, 2 longer sides, the base, and a shelf for around the top. So take your 2, a long one and a short one. These 2 bars go on the outside of your box. So turn them over. And these hinges go on the inside. So they will sit like this. I find the easiest way to assemble these, you can balance books, all that sort of stuff. If you don't obviously have a hot glue gun and we're using the PVA glue, I find sticky taping these before you glue them is an easy way of doing it. So get some sticky tape. Now what I like to do, you get 1 long, 1 short wall, leave about a 5mm gap, and then sticky tape them across. This will just help them balance when you turn them up to glue them. So do another one on the end here. leaving a 5mm gap. If you have, I've just noticed on mine, if you have a bit that overhangs your piece of wood, just give it a little bit of a trim, just so it doesn't get in the way when you're assembling. Just like that. Okay, so let's assemble this. Now when you assemble these, make sure the bar is all on the top. So now, as you can see, that creates your square. Get your base, just place it on there to see how it fits. Now the shorter wall sits inside the longer wall. So these two longer ones overlap. Once you've sort of placed it on and know that it fits, we'll then glue the base, and then we'll tape this end a little bit and let it sit for a little while just so it tacks, and then we'll put the shelf on the top. So let's go ahead and put some glue on the bottom, making sure this hinge is at the top. Now you can glue the bottom if you like, or glue the actual icy pole sticks on there. I'm just going to do a bit on both. Place on your walls. Just get it into place. Remember, the inside walls go on the inside, the short walls go on the inside of the longer walls. Once you get it in place, give it a bit of a squish in at the base. Now, if you want, you can tape the bottom again just to secure it, and also tape the side that hasn't been, we didn't tape before, just to hold it together. Which is this side here. So the base is all taped up. It doesn't have to be tight, it will hold into place. So as you can see, our box is starting to come together. Just push it in at the bottom. Now I'd like to just put a little bit of glue so the two contact points up here meet. So just put a little bit of glue in there on the ends of the icy pole stick. on each point. And then I'm going to put a bit more sticky tape just to hold it into place until it dries. You're not going to see the glue here because the shelf will cover it. Right, so now I've done that, I'm just going to put a bit of tape around the top. Now just let it sit. Come back, have a look at it, and if anything needs moving into place, just adjust it around a little bit before it fully dries. And that's it. Now I've let this sit overnight to dry, so I'm now going to take all the sticky tape off. If you find there's sides that aren't quite glued, just re-glue them and let them sit until they dry. Now that I've removed all of those, there's the box. It should be fairly secure. Now I find the top of mine, there's one spot there that needs a little bit of glue, but I might just glue that, but the rest of it is fairly secure. We do have our ledge that goes in and sits on the top. If you think the box is secure enough, it's not necessary to put it on, or if you find that when you put it on, quite often what happens is the box is out of square and it doesn't sit in. If that's the case, leave it out. As long as this is sturdy enough, that's fine. And there is going to be little gaps down the side. As long as they're not gaping gaps, it's okay. So if your ledge does fit on and it just sits on the little ledges in there, just glue the edges . Pop it in. Just hold it on and let it dry. Right, just like that. So once that's dry, I'll show you how to finish it off. I've let the insert, the little shelf, dry for about an hour. That's just enough for me to show you how to finish off the box. As you can see, there's still a couple of little gaps. If you want to re-glue those and just tape them, do that at the end. Now you've got a piece of rope, fold it in half, and tie a knot in the middle at the ends. So you create an end like that. Then wrap this around to the front and we're going to tie a knot in it. Before I do that, I might also tie a knot in the other end. It might be easier. So just make sure these are all even. Tie a knot. Right to the end. Just chop that little bit off. So now you've just got the two strands with the knots in the end. So wrap these around the top of the box. I'm going to just tie a knot in it, and I want it to sit just underneath that top panel. So just put it in place. Tie a knot, hold your finger on the first knot, make another knot, and just pull it tight. And then that's our box. Now, I'm going to just show you a couple of ideas that you can, what we're going to be using the boxes for. We're going to put some of the paper flowers that we've been making in them and displaying them and delivering them to nursing homes and aged care places. But they're also useful for all sorts of things. You could put pencils in them. You could put any of your bits and pieces that you don't know, keys, anything. Art and craft in them. I hope you are successful.